So specialty drugs, I think, is going to continue to be a big deal, and the biosimilars coming into the marketplace, I think it's going to potentially change and also expose some of the rebate games that are going on and some of the service fees. Because to your point, it's not the data itself, but it's the synthesized data that manufacturers are interested in.
Yeah, Doug, if we could work on two things with you guys, it is, you hit it. It's medical services, how do you get paid for the medical billing? And I think that's an easier nut to crack over time than specialty drugs. Specialty drugs are going to take a lot of years and a lot of hard work, but it has to happen. It has to happen to stay profitable for these pharmacies.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to run your business on vaccinations and cheap generics. There's just not going to be enough revenue to really.
You're going to have to expand. And some of that will be the specialty drug, but other is going to be expanding into other niches and figuring out what your niche is going to be and how you. I think the opportunity really to save pharmacies more in the independent space. I mean, more in the medical space, becoming a healthcare provider than it is in the specialty space. A lot of specialty drugs are limited distribution because of a reason. There's not that many people on them, right? They're super, super expensive. Some new drug that's $1 million. Well, millions of people aren't getting that drug, right? You're going to get 12 people in the United States get that drug, and it's going to go through.
But it's about 60% of the spend now.
Yeah, and there are and I think when I think about specialty drug, I'm not talking about orphan drugs necessarily or the ultra orphan drugs, but to me, if it's on the nightly news, for those who still watch the nightly news, or daytime television for those who watch daytime television, then it should be mainstream enough that it should be you should be able to get it at your local pharmacy, and that's a lot of drugs: Humira, Enbrel, Remicade. Keytruda. I mean, there's a lot of drugs that are specialty, and it's not like a Lipitor where it's millions of patients, but it's also not like an orphan drug where it's less than 100,000 patients in the country.
Yeah, Jeff, you bring up a good point, or Linda, which is one of the challenges for the independents is being willing to carry that inventory cost.
Right.
That's a practical problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there may need to be, working with wholesalers. Years ago, there was like a consignment model with a specialty drug that the pharmacy never actually took. They took when a prescription would come in that would trigger an order to the wholesaler. The wholesaler would drop ship it the next day. The pharmacy got a dispensing fee for the training on the drug, but that $1,500 drug, now it'd be much more expensive. That was done between the manufacturer and the wholesaler. So there is a track record of some consignment models in the past that have worked.